The Lopes get the win. We're joined by the head coach, Bryce Drew. And, Coach, a tight affair throughout that final 10 minutes there. You got the double technical. Walk us through kind of what you saw. And it looked like you kind of wanted that first one. Second one seemed to come a little fast. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, I've been around basketball a lot in my life. Lots of levels, seen lots of different things. You know, been at GCU my 6th year. You know, I was proud of our guys. They fought. First 30 minutes we fought. You know, we had a chance to take the lead in the second half. We had a stretch there where we had some guys really go to the ground hard. You know, and then I definitely wanted the first technical. The second one, I was very surprised, just to be flat honest, very surprised and shocked that I'd get a second like that. Without even having a chance to walk to the bench, and especially when I don't curse, I don't degrade anybody, I don't yell at the other team. It was really shocking.
I imagine you figure there's some leeway there on a dead ball. Like, first when it's live action, that's acceptable, right? But once it's a dead ball, don't you figure there's time to kind of put a bow on that?
I've been around basketball a lot in my life. Lots of college games, lots of different things, and yeah, I was just shocked.
Coach, let's talk about the game. They shot 53% from the floor, 50% from behind the arc. What did you see about their offense that maybe made it more difficult for your defense? Yeah,
they made shots, but, you know, I really thought we guarded good. Again, for, you know, 32 minutes in the game, 33 minutes in the, 23 minutes in the game, we had a chance to take the lead. And, you know, that was a crucial part. We had fought hard to get back to that. We had a wide open three, couldn't make it. And then, like I said, we had about 4 or 5 events out there that, you know, that were uncontrollable on our part, and that led to that double-figure lead. And then, you know, obviously I didn't see the last 8 minutes after, you know, very surprised on how it went, you know, before I had to leave.
It sort of started with some power drives on their part too, where they you know, they weren't predicated on the three today. They were getting into the paint and being physical.
Yeah, and you know, that's what I've really enjoyed. I think the first you know, 4 Mountain West games are really physical, and they're physical both ways. You know, both teams got to be physical around the rim, and you know, I thought for some of their drives, I thought we did a good job walling up. Credit them, they made their 21 out of 28 free throws. I thought we walled up around the rim pretty good.
What did you see from F.A. Demerald? Because you just really never get him going.
Yeah, you know, I think physicality-wise, you know, he's got to embrace it on a day-to-day basis. Some games he's more physical, others he's not. And, you know, tonight he just couldn't really grab the ball, couldn't put the ball on the rim. It's really hard for us to win when he and Nana go 1 for 14. Doesn't matter where you are, who you play, you know, those two have to be more productive than 1 for 14.
You never led in the first half, but they stayed in the game the whole way, and, you know, really grinded that physical effort. And that three at the end of the half was a little bit of a backbreaker. But then you tie the game early, and where do you feel like you're at? Because Brian Moore Jr. sort of stormed you out to that good start.
Yeah, he played really well start that second half, and, you know, Makai played really well first half. So, but really pleased with Brian. I thought that was a great stretch for him. Again, he was going to go back in the game before I had to leave, so I don't know what happened after that. But he was really good, you know, when I was out there watching him.
Coach, you know, talk about the shot selection. Were you? I know you didn't. It's tough. You didn't see the final.
I didn't see
8-9 minutes.
I mean,
but you ended up with 27 threes. Just looking at the score sheet.
I can look at the stat sheet. You know, Makai was excellent the first 30 minutes. He ended 6 for 16. So I don't know what happened with his shots the last 10 minutes, but 1 for 6. He was 1 for 1, I think, when I left. So obviously, I don't know if the ball movement was very good the last 5 minutes, just from looking at the stat sheet. But when I was out here for the first 30, I thought it was really good.
You went through that stretch in the first half where neither team scored for, I think it was about 3 or 4 minutes, and did that just sort of tell you about what type of game this was going to be?
Yeah, and you know, and again, it was physical, and I don't know what was the shift or the breaking point in the second half. But you know, this is a tough league. Every game's hard, and you know, we have great opportunities ahead of us, and you know, we get to play these guys twice, and you know, it would be nice to get back home on Saturday. You know, this is our 3rd game in 7 days, 2 on the road, 4 different flights. So it'll be nice to get back home and play in front of our home crowd Saturday.
Coach, you were down 6 in the rebounds in that first half, ended down 10, 39-29. What are some of the things other than that probably that you work on as you get ready for, the best team in the conference, Utah State, coming in on Saturday?
Yeah, we talk about every game is physicality, and so usually the more physical team wins, but it has to be fair physicality both ways. And, I'll stand up for our guys. I'll continue to stand up for them. They work hard. They fight. They put their body on the line. We've won 3 league games so far by being physical, so we need to continue to be so.
First time for these guys in this environment, 12,000 plus strong. How do you think they were handling it at the times where it turned on them? It looked like Jaden Henley acted like he'd been here before a little bit in some moments.
Yeah, it definitely helped. Jane's experience. He had some big shots when the crowd got into it. Again, we got to get better play out of our front line. Will, F.A., and Nana have to play significantly better. Again, you can't get that type of production from your front line and expect to beat a good team, like them.
What was the message to the guys after you got to see them again when they got back to the locker room?
Yeah, I talked about the first 30 minutes because I didn't see the last 10, obviously. But again, I thought they did well. I thought when I exited, I think it was a 12-point game. It should have been a 2-point game, 2 or 3, 4-point game. It should have been, at that point. So I was proud of them. But, we got to regroup, and we got to come out better and give a much better effort for 40 minutes on Saturday.
Hey, Coach, thanks for the time. We'll see you back in Phoenix.
Thank you, guys. Thanks to those fans.
That's head coach Bryce Drew with